We were just in Miami for swim week.
Woo.
So all the girls came, Olivia, Adrianna, and my Adrianna. We all dressed to the nines. We all looked so good.
Which is exhausting.
I did the runway. We all did, but Adrianna got a little tan. If you can't tell, she is
I had 2 layers of fake tan on me.
Got tan, or I was rubbing her down.
She rubbed her down.
In every crack and crevice.
It was a very personal experience.
Yeah.
I think
you
we got
can't miss
closer.
any spot.
No, I had 0 streaks. Olivia did an amazing job. And can I say, I think it's addicting. I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was like, I look good.
Yeah. And even we kept looking at her. And I hate when somebody like makes a change to themselves to go, you look so good right now, because that's not how they normally look. I hate doing that, but she looked so good.
You know what Olivia hit me with? She's like,
what did I hit her with?
You know, not in a mean way, but your skin just looks healthier.
Oh, that was fucked up of me. I'm sorry.
I was like, okay, so I am sickly the rest of the time.
Dang,
great,
dude.
Olivia. Because I can't fix that. Well, I guess I can.
No.
Yeah, I will say
You should just eat way more carrots, right?
Ugh.
I read that in an article too.
Well, that
TikTok.
The more
I wonder if you could have given her another layer.
I wanted
3
to.
more layers.
I wanted to.
You'll be doing it again in Vermont.
Really?
Because it's already fading.
You
and
gotta have a
I
tan
miss
for summer in
it.
Vermont.
You
Hottest
have
place-
to.
hottest place to be.
Have a tan.
The couch is going to be like, Adrianna, you're too pale.
Yeah, it just looked good. But then would you struggle with your makeup? Because I imagine your makeup is for your normal skin tone.
It actually, because I only do a skin tint, so it was kind of whatever. And I think it cut down on my redness. And like, I will say also in Miami, I was wearing like shorter outfits and maybe more revealing outfits than I usually do.
She little side boob.
She looked
Little
good.
cheeky side under boob.
Clock it.
Can we show some under boob?
Can we show under boob? Okay.
Can we get a close up on under boob? She looked really
You
good.
know where to find it. I don't know.
You know where to find it. No, I think
But it made me look better.
She was convinced this dress was also way too short for her.
Okay, it was a little short.
She was like, I'm gonna be showing whole. I was like, no, it's long enough.
Adrianna,
Barely.
also, I was talking to Olivia. I was like, I feel like Adrianna is just like really feeling herself and just looking good.
I felt good.
And like you're wearing more, not revealing outfits, but I think you're taking more of a creative step or like a riskier step in how you're dressing.
Which takes bravery.
Thank you. And I will say I felt very like feminine there, and I really enjoyed that. And I don't usually put that much like effort into how I look, but like there I was like, I shaved myself down, fake tan, you know, getting all the dresses, putting on the makeup, and it was kind of fun. And like to feel and look so good. Obviously that's not sustainable like for every single day, but I want to like start doing it more and like wearing things that are out of my comfort zone.
It also takes, it's an investment in yourself.
And it's just an investment in makeup and clothes.
Yes, you need to be spending money though, but it is I think a nice investment to make yourself feel better. But like I think we're all pretty cautious with money, and you have typically been, which I think sometimes holds you back from like having the like. This sounds so like whatever, but to have like the right pair of shoes with an outfit, right?
God,
shoes in this girl.
She's a weird one about shoes.
She's a weird one about shoes, but like she bought these for Miami and they go so great with this outfit and the one that she wear, but it changes you to be confident about like what's on your feet, like the kind of makeup you're doing.
And I look back at
changes your
photos
energy.
of myself from a few years ago and I'm like, what are on my feet?
Yes.
And so that really, I'm like, crop that in, please.
Sometimes you'll get like one pair of shoes that'll be like your fancy pair of shoes, and you'll wear those things. And I'll be like,
I don't do
"Let
that
them
anymore.
rest,
I don't do that
please."
anymore. Okay.
As of what, last month?
You know what? Like 4 months ago.
Okay. Fair.
I will say, really since Ilona had her Adidas deal, people are always like, I think I was prettiest at like yada yada age. I think I'm hitting that now.
Yeah.
You know, and I really love that actually.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
It puts yourself in a weird position to be like, I think I was prettiest when I was 23, because then you don't think you can ever achieve that, and it's so much like self-judgment that I'm like, I think you're always growing and you're always getting prettier.
And you're meeting new versions of yourself.
Exactly.
You can't just be one thing. How boring would that be?
But what if this version is a bitch?
That's
this
fine.
one that you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Reputation error.
Hope not.
For her.
I think it's totally true that you get like the thought of, oh, this high school was the best time of my life. Oh, I looked pretty so this time. I just think is not a good mindset to have, because you are going to constantly change. Like for me, I only started to learn how to do my hair like last year, like doing like my slick back and up like that. Like always, I only had one hairstyle, and even now I don't know how to curl my hair. But I think it's cool to like you get to know yourself more, and it's always changing. And I think that you're coming into where it's also going to change. And there's going to be moments where you don't feel as pretty, but I think it's cool that you're on this trajectory to
your body changes, your face changes, your hair changes. Like, you have to constantly keep reintroducing yourself to yourself and getting to know who you are. And so you should grow with yourself, not instead of like shaming you for not looking like your 22-year-old self. There's no fun in that. And also, you're allowed to change and take risks. And I think the older you get, the less you care. That's what I've been finding out. I'm kind of like, yeah, this is me. Why not? Like, and leaning more into that. But that takes time and confronting, I think, some demons, maybe.
Absolutely.
That's scary, but you got to do it. The grass is greenest where you water it. So water, who you are today and who you're becoming.
Wow.
I love that.
It's beautiful.
So jot that down.
Beautiful.
Ilona, do you think that who you were a few years ago could have walked down the runway in a bikini?
Probably.
Yeah. I love that. I don't think that's a bad answer. You've always been that girl.
She would have been like more nervous. Like I talk about, like, I think when I was younger, I definitely like had trouble, but I've gotten so much better with like being in bikini, showing myself. And I think I think this weekend was the hottest, or last weekend was the hottest I've ever looked in my life. Like, I felt the hottest I've ever been, and to the point where I was like, yeah, I deserve the best because I am the best. Like, I look so good. I'm definitely not my thickest right now, but I'm not at my leanest right now. And so like, but I still felt so good up there. I felt like thick and like beautiful. So I think that I wouldn't have been as confident, but I just felt so good. I was in bikinis all the time. I'd be in a bikini around people who were wearing full outfits. It's been a journey, and I think coming to love like this phase my body's in and whatnot. So no, I felt so hot. I had my titties out. I had titties kind of this weekend.
Where'd those come from, girl?
Dude, have we said titties every episode?
Probably, hopefully.
And you said titties on the runway.
And if we haven't said it yet,
I said titties on the runway too.
Oh, you did? There's a clip of her going, oh, my tits.
My
right?
titties are out.
Oh, my titties, because her swimsuit almost
Look,
parted.
titties are flying at Miami Swim Week. Okay, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
I was wearing pretty revealing stuff, but I was wearing this one two-piece blue
looked
fit.
Incredible all weekend.
Your
styling.
Crazy. I was being styled by this amazing woman named Margot, and then Liz as well. And they just know me. They've styled me before. But like having somebody who can really kind of push you outside of what you normally wear.
Huge.
I was feeling myself. I look good. And also, when I post all these like thirst traps and whatnot, just know I'm posting these for the girls. Yes, I like men, but I'm posting these for the girls. My content, my followers are, I think, something like 85% women.
Hell yeah, that's a flex.
If you can choose your followers, guys, choose women.
Choose women.
Pumped up.
Every time.
They're loving it. I'm loving it. I'm showing, again, I'm going to say it, titties for the girls.
And if we haven't yet said it yet this episode, areolas. We just got to get
areolas,
that in there.
get that out,
get that in there. I don't know if we were showing areola, but like,
I probably did.
Say it every episode.
Almost showed some. Yeah, I felt really good. It was so hot though. I was sweating. The humidity was kooky.
Miami weather.
That was walking out of the airport. I was like, oh Jesus, what's happening here?
Smells like Florida.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've chafed in a very long time. One of my outfits, because I gotta say, Adrianna and I were throwing some fits too.
Yep.
I'm proud of how we dressed up, but like
you should have seen this one black fit she had on.
Which one?
The bikini. Oh yeah, there's a lot of black outfits. The bikini one with the like sheer skirt. Boobs were swinging.
That was fun. That was fun to rock around. And I have to say, back to body really quick. Like I didn't feel my tightest, my like where, if I'm going to be walking around in a bathing suit at events and talking to people, I'd love to like feel and look a certain way. I don't think I was there. I might be starting my period soon or something like that. But like, so I remember looking in the mirror going like, oh, well, but that's what my body looks like right now. But then tell me why, looking at all the pictures and videos I took afterwards, I was like, that's the hottest a person could look.
Course, yeah.
That's the most beautiful a body could be. In the moment. I felt a certain way, but I rocked it anyway. I just like went out there and did it, which was nerve-wracking being around literal swimsuit models. But the weather, I wore this one dress that had me like it was so tight and it kept my legs together and walking my inner thighs.
Right.
I was like, do I need to go upstairs and put deodorant between my legs right now? Like, what is that? Like, and it was so hot. I was so sweaty. We were on the beach for a beach party one day. Ooh. Barely any shade, like beating down on us. But that's Miami, I guess. Is this your first time in Miami?
First time in Miami. I actually only go to Florida with Olivia.
No, it's true.
We went to Orlando for Tokyo because we couldn't go to Tokyo, and then Miami Swim Week. It was great. But the weather. When we were at that brunch thing, I'd sweat going down my legs everywhere. But I will say, we weren't the only ones. Like, every girl was embracing their sweat stains.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let's all talk about it.
Yeah.
It was great.
The vibe there is so different from anywhere in the States. It's really its own place. It's very cool.
I felt free.
There, in what way?
Free of like how I was dressing, I will say.
Really?
And that, and like just like how social and like just the connection with all the girls, I will say. I don't know if you guys felt that.
We had one girl come up to us. She wasn't in the SI show. She did a different show. She comes up to Olivia and I made to her about it, but she was like, oh, yeah, I just walked in this event yesterday and, you know, I've been on a juice cleanse for like 2 weeks. So I have to go eat a carb. I was like, literally looked at myself like, who are you talking to right now?
We looked down at ourselves.
I was like, we didn't know what to do. We were like, what am I going to congratulate you on this? Like,
yeah.
Huzzah, you starved yourself and you look the same.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
And you almost passed out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just interesting. So I made a point to like not change up anything.
Yeah.